following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Boise, Idaho, Torrie Wilson. Opponent from Long Island, New York, Ashley.
My eyes have never seen someone who looks like you. I wonder if you dream of my hands loving you, because I know I do.
A sold-out crowd is on its feet tonight here in St. Louis, Missouri.
These fans are so excited, I'm having a hard time staying in my own seat myself.
I'm with you on that, partner. We've got a great show here tonight for these St. Louis fans, and I can't wait to get started.
Even if you wind up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
Hey, it's pretty insightful for a guy who's never wrestled a match in his life.
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised. You can literally feel... And there's the pin!
1, 2...
Torrie Wilson, of course, has appeared on the cover of Playboy magazine twice.
1.
I'm sure you picked up those issues.
Absolutely, but I just read them for the articles. And let me tell you, Torrie's got some beautiful articles in there. I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know you're coming up with this stuff, because it sure ain't from personal experience. This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, but if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
These fans have got something they want to share with. That was a textbook reversal.
Ashley certainly is a beautiful young woman. If I wasn't a happily married man.
Come on, what would you do with a woman like Ashley?
I'm not going to answer that, partner. My wife might be watching.
It's so great seeing these superstars in competition here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed a great show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. What a counter that was!
Nice quick counter there. Look at these superstars go. It's obvious that they've done their homework on each other.
That's for sure. This match might have been over by now if they hadn't.
90% of a match is in the preparation. You got to come in ready for battle.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
You know, if you let me train you, you could be cruiserweight champ inside a year.
Oh no, I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Are you surprised? They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now.
I tell you what, that Torrie Wilson is one sweet little tomato.
Did you call her that because your face gets all red whenever you see her?
My face only gets red when I'm trying to keep myself from throttling you whenever you say something stupid, which, by the way, is pretty often. Ashley's a wild little filly, but I bet I can tame her. Here's the pin. This could be it. Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce of equipment. Look at that. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum.
Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can't. They see everything, and they'll let you know about it. What a reversal! I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long rivalry.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate.
Hey, watch your language. This is a family show.
I said exasperate. Oh, never mind. The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this down the middle.
I don't know if this is such a good move. This could be disastrous. Look at that. That's a way to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this. These superstars are at the top of their game, but only one of them is going to have his hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
So what? You want to say that everybody wins so that nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it.
This could be big, but it could backfire.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yep.
I think someone's been taking flying lessons.
I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. This is a great match, and the fans are definitely into it.
Look at this. No fear on the face of this superstar.
Yeah, but that kind of thing's not going to win you the match.
These superstars have proven time and again that they're willing and able to go the distance.
Well, you don't get too far in this business if you're not.
That's for sure, partner. There's always someone right behind you, ready to overtake you if you can't keep up.
Torrie Wilson looks as lovely as ever, as if that's a surprise.
Looking at Torrie reminds me of something a friend of mine used to say. She's got legs all the way to her.
All right, simmer down there, Cole.
Are you blushing? Look at you. You're blushing.
Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it took me by surprise, and that doesn't happen often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you anything can happen here in the WWE. This match proves without a doubt why SmackDown's the dominant brand in sports entertainment.
And here's the cover.
1, 2.
I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the bad side of at least one superstar.
And that's about the last place you want to be if you're not a superstar yourself. Trust me, I know.
There's no doubt that Ashley is one of the most beautiful and talented divas on the roster.
Her only problem is her terrible taste in men. You know, she's refused every dinner invitation I've offered her.
Aren't you already married, partner?
Who said anything about marrying her? There's the cover.
1, 2, 3.
It's crazy to think that.
Here's your winner, Torrie Wilson.